This is the Greenhouse Diary. It's early May 2023, first week in May. We're going to go have a look in the greenhouse, see what's going on inside here. It's a lovely nice big greenhouse I've got. My pal Slavic donated it, just give it to me. So in return I try and give him a bit of produce every year. And yeah, you can see I've made these raised beds here made of wood. And yeah, this one here, it were the rafters from this shed. We had to break down the roof off this shed. It was falling apart, made of wood. And then the doors as well. This one's made out of the doors. That one at the back there as well. So yeah, we'll have a look at some of the plants we've got growing in here. These are some calendulas. They're really good for putting around plants. So they're good to attract good insects and fend off bad insects. Little calendulas. I'm going to grow more of them as well. And over here we got some couple of Tommy tomato plants. It's a variety, Sweet Million it's called. It's a cherry tomato, and the packet says it's good for putting in an hanging basket. That's one there. Put this one in a hanging basket. So we'll see how it gets on. And then we got this little plant my dad gave us, so just keeping that inside till cold weather passes. We got some purple sprouting broccoli here. They're not doing so well because they stayed way too long in the tray. Couldn't be bothered potting them up, but anyway, eventually did it. So we're hoping they're going to recover. Some of them are getting a little bit eaten, so I need to check for slugs and snails. It's a bit messy. That's the problem with having a messy greenhouse, is slugs and snails. Much better if everything's neat and tidy and, you know, made out of proper wood. But who can afford wood these days? Look, I made this thing here. You can see this thing made of wood. I made this Christmas, that's a Christmas tree thingy there. You see the Christmas tree stand. 18 quid that, just for that. 18 quid for the timber for that. 18 quid altogether. It would, I think, 6 quid for, yeah, 18 quid for timber and 6 quid for the screws. So anyway, yeah, I can't afford to have it all neat and tidy, so it's just a bit of ramshackle. That's just the way it is. We've got a lettuce down here. There's a lettuce underneath. Here I've got a tray of they're tomatoes, but they're plum tomatoes, and it's a bush variety. 2.5 feet apart they need to be planted, which is usually it's 1.5 feet for tomatoes. But yeah, let's see. Well, there's no roots coming out the bottom yet, but they look like they're ready to get planted out in a friend's polytunnel. I've got these bottles of water. You see, I've got these bottles of water here because water, doesn't it stores the heat and then releases it slowly during the night. So I can't say I've noticed a difference, but I expect it does make a bit of a difference. Got some nice compost here. This is some homemade compost on there. There's a lot of weed seeds in it, which isn't good, but yeah, this bed I had a full bed of rucola rocket, cultivated rocket during the winter, but it all got killed by the frost. And but what's good is there's still a few like self sown ones. You can see one there. See, one going there, one going under there. Lot of sticky willy there, but yeah, some rockets survived, so you know, I'll have a bit of that in my salad. But yeah, this bed here was full of rocket, but it all got killed by the frost. And anyway, so I've covered it over with a bit of cardboard. The idea of that was to stop the weeds coming through, and I put my homemade compost on top of the cardboard. But anyway, that was full of weed seeds anyway, so still got a weed problem. And then down here we've got some nice courgettes potted up. The wife loves courgettes. She's from Bulgaria, so I have to grow courgettes, and she likes the pale ones. You don't get them in the supermarket in Scotland or England. You just get the dark green ones, but she swears by the pale ones. She loves them, so that's what I have to grow. There isn't a label on these. Is that the label there? Right, yeah, TriStar. I think I got this packet from the farm shop, and it's some of them are the yellow ones. My pal says the yellow ones are the tastiest. So what else have we got here? I've planted one of these plum tomatoes here. San Marzano is the variety. Got the seeds from that UK seed cooperative, organic and biodynamic seeds. So it should grow quite big. That will need a stick, and we should get some plum tomatoes off it. And they're good for throwing in the pot for cooking, like cooking tomatoes. So what have we got here? We've got a nice strawberry. 3 strawberry plants in this hanging basket. I packed it in with straw to stop the compost falling through. So yeah, flowering. So we'll hope to get some chobies. That's what my daughter calls them, because she couldn't say strawberries when she was a baby. Chobies and bluebies. And that's that tomato there. And then down here I've got a lovely tomato here. This is a tomato bush. So this is going to produce salad tomatoes. Small, medium size, not small, but medium sized red ones it makes. And it's a Russian Siberian. Got the seeds from that Real Seeds down in southwest Wales, Pembrokeshire. So that'll grow massive. It's going to grow about like way out to here. Really big bush. Going to take over. But hopefully we'll be able to squeeze past in these paths. Should get some nice tomatoes. All being well, God willing. Got a couple more courgettes. Gonna plant some of them in a friend's greenhouse, in a friend's polytunnel. I've got a big, this lettuce doing the best. So that's the best lettuce, that one there. And I've got a beetroot here, self-sown. I've got a few little self-sown beetroots knocking about, because this bed last year we had a beetroot and I let it go to seed, and you can see some of the seeds got caught up in this wire. Most of the seeds I saved them, got them in a jar, but I left these up on the wire, and I'll sow them as well. Strip those seeds off the stalk, sow them in the ground this spring. What else have we got up here? Let's have a look. We've got some leaf beet down the bottom there, a couple of trays of leaf beet, a couple more Tommy tomatoes. These definitely need to get put in the ground somewhere. And this is that same Russian Siberian variety, bush tomato. Great, bush tomatoes are great. I've been growing bush tomatoes the last 2 or 3 years, and last 4 or 5 years actually. Brilliant. Don't need to bother with the pruning. Don't need to keep pruning them or tie them up to a string or a wire. You just put a stick in next to them, give them a little bit of support, just leave them alone, and just gotta root through the leaves to find the tomatoes in amongst the foliage. But yeah, brilliant, really brilliant, these bush tomatoes. Better eat, because so much work looking after your vine tomatoes, but these ones a lot less work, so that's good. So what have we got here? More courgettes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more courgettes there. And then over here we've got some nice beans. This is a tray of dwarf beans. See, I'm using the toilet rolls because of course the beans family don't like to have the roots disturbed. So you can just put that toilet roll bury it in the ground. That's good. This is the same dwarf beans. Saxa. I think I got those seeds from Lidl's. So we've got this tray is dwarf, and then this one, and there's that one's just coming up there. A couple of them just starting to pop up. Climbing beans, and they're going to go up here on that string at the back there. And then there's not much else to show apart from I've got all these candles. I've got a little thingy there as well for heating. Trying to get a bit of heat in the night with this pot, experimenting with the tea lights and the ceramic pot over the top to generate heat. And yeah, it's about, what temperature is it? The sun's out today, so it's up to 23 in here, so that's pretty good. And that's the tour. Yeah, Jai.